Hi there, this is Muna from Smart DNS Proxy, and in a previous video we have showed you how to set up Smart DNS Proxy on your Windows, Mac, Android and iOS. And well, today we will show you how to do it on your router. Now the cool thing about setting up Smart DNS Proxy on your router is it's a one-stop shop. So every device that is connected to your router will automatically start using Smart DNS. You don't have to configure them individually. Now we are going to do this in 3 simple steps. Step 1. Log into your router admin panel. Step 2. Find the DNS settings and change them to Smart DNS. And step 3. Restart your router. And that's it. The steps are pretty simple, but since every router is different, the interface for your router may be different from mine. But don't worry, I will give you the journal outlines which will work for most of you. So yeah, let's get started.
Now this is going to be a detailed guide where I will consider every possible situation. So stay calm, watch the entire video, and I'm sure I will answer most of your question. For this instance, I am going to set up Smart DNS Proxy on my home router using this Windows laptop. But like I said, the steps should be similar for most routers and modem. Now before we begin, let's just quickly jump into Netflix and search for The Office. But since I am not in US, I will see nothing here. So let's see if we can bypass these geo restrictions with Smart DNS Proxy. So step 1, log into your router's admin panel. Now in order to get into your router's control panel, we need 2 things. First is the router's login IP address, and second is the login username and password. Now you can find both of this information at the back of your router, or you can do a quick Google search and go to routerpassword.com, and there you will find all the default credentials for most popular routers. But in general, you can get access to your router admin panel by entering one of the following IP addresses. So open up your favorite browser and in the URL box type in the following values: 192.168.0.1 or 192.168.1.1 or 192.168.2.1. You can pause this video and type in one of the following IP address corresponding to the most popular routers. I will also have them in the video description. Another thing that you can do is type in ipconfig on your command prompt or ifconfig on your Mac and Linux terminal and look for the value next to the default gateway. This is going to be your router IP address. Now to check which one works for you, type in the IP address and then press enter. For 90% of the time, it's going to be 192.168.1.1. Next, you need to key in the router's username and password. In general, most routers and modems are using admin or root for default username and password or admin as a default password. If this doesn't work, then again you can go to routerpassword.com or contact the guy who has set up your network. Chances are they have probably set up a custom password, which is a good security practice, but now you need to get in touch with them. Step 2. Find the DNS settings and change them to Smart DNS Proxy DNS IP. Now once you log in, your router interface might be a little bit different from mine, but all you have to do is look for the section where it says DNS settings. Again, you can pause this video and see the list on how to change DNS server on most popular routers. In most routers and modems, you can find these settings under setup or DSCP. It is labeled something as primary or secondary server or DNS setting 1 or DNS setting 2, and once you find it, you have to replace the existing DNS server that you get from your ISP to Smart DNS server. Use the closest DNS server to your physical location. You can find the complete list on the screen right now or from our website. A link to that will be in the description as well as in the YouTube cards. Now select the closest DNS server to your physical location as primary and then select the second closest as your secondary DNS server. Like if I'm in Canada, then I will use 2 DNS server from Canada. And once you are done, save changes. Step 3. Restart your router. Now to make sure your setup is done properly, it is always a good idea to restart your router after updating the DNS settings. And it goes without saying that while you are doing that, the internet will be down for few seconds. So make sure to give a heads up to other members. They might be doing important banking transaction or something. It did happen with me once, so yeah, better safe than sorry. And that's it, you're using Smart DNS Proxy on your router. Now just as we did in the computer and mobile device setup, you'll need to log into your Smart DNS Proxy account and make sure you see the 3 green ticks. If your IP shows not active, then simply click on Update IP button. Also remember, whenever your IP changes, which will happen from time to time as most home users are using dynamic IP address, then our service will stop working for you. And all you have to do is relog into Smart DNS Proxy account and update your IP address so that our system can get your new IP address in our database. And that's it, you will be able to use Smart DNS Proxy again. But wait, this DNS setup is still showing the crosshair. So what's going on? We did all the steps right. In fact, if I check my router status, then it does shows that I'm using manual DNS. So what's the catch? Well, most devices on your network will not be using the new DNS settings until you reboot them. So all I have to do is reboot this computer, or being a techie, I can just flush my DNS using ipconfig space flush DNS. And then if I refresh my smart DNS account, well, there you go, all the green ticks are there. But yeah, if you guys still face any issue, then just contact our customer care and one of our guys will help you with the TeamViewer session. Now if you go to Netflix, well, there you have it, the Office US version. So it's working fine now.
So yeah, that's how you set up Smart DNS proxy on your router. If you're a regular user, then I will highly recommend you use the settings on your router instead of configuring the individual devices, because it's a lot easier. So yeah, that's all for now. Hit the like button if you find this video useful, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We have a lot more videos coming soon. So that's all for now. This is Mrinal signing off, and I will see you in the next one.